Welcome to a special edition of Brazil Bound, presented by Castrol GTX High Mileage. With the coach, Jesse Marsh, I'm Jason Seguini. We're happy to be joined today by one of Jesse's former teammates, former MLSer, of course, U.S. national teamer, at Anderlecht now and in Brussels as we speak, Sacha Kljestan. Sacha, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, Sash, great to have you here. And we'll start with, I guess, just if you could give us a little bit of an overview of what the culture of Belgian football is now that you've been there for 4 years playing for Anderlecht.
Well, I think when I first got here was really the start of the kind of golden era of this national team, where you saw a lot of young guys were coming into the national team and people were starting to get buzzed about their national team here and really starting to see that if they could get things together in a few years, they could really make a run at this World Cup. And you can see now, being here for a week during the World Cup, that all the national pride has been going on. You see everybody wearing the national team jerseys everywhere. And obviously you see a lot of the Belgian national team that play at a lot of big clubs around the world. So I think they have high hopes for this team.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you've played with some of these players. You've played against some of them when they were a little bit younger. You know, what would you say, and then also you played against them in Cleveland last summer, what would you say the strengths are of this team, and where would you say maybe that the U.S. can get at them a little bit?
Their biggest strength to me is their defense. I think between Vincent Kompany and Van Boyten and also Thibaut Courtois, the goalkeeper, they haven't given up very any chances during this World Cup. And on top of that, they have attackers that can really make a difference, either in one-on-one situations or, you know, kind of guys that can make something out of nothing, like Eden Hazard, for example. For me, maybe the most important player is Kevin De Bruyne, who's going to be like the attacking midfielder, the highest up of the three midfielders, and really the one who he can dribble out of pressure, but he also plays the passes that put Hazard into good position, or maybe put Lukaku into good position. So overall, really strong. Maybe in the midfield we can outwork them a little bit and hopefully create some opportunities that way.
Sacha, you mentioned Romelu Lukaku, who's kind of a big talking point, it seems, with the Belgian media right now. He only played about 60 minutes in the first two games, didn't play the last game. He has all the tools to be such an impactful forward, but for some reason hasn't been able to put it together with the team in the World Cup. You've played with him. What are your thoughts on him as a player and how important he is to the success of this team?
Well, Romelu is obviously an amazing player. I still think that he's young and not reached his full potential yet. And also, I think he just hasn't had a good string of games during this World Cup to give him a ton of confidence. So maybe he's lacking in that right now. And I think the biggest question mark for Belgium coming into this game is whether they're going to stick with Lukaku up front or bring in the youngster Origi, who has come off the bench in every game and really made a difference off the bench. You know, he's young and he's unproven, and a lot of people questioned him when the coach took him to this World Cup. But I think he's proved in the games that he's come off the bench and done really well. So I don't know whether Lukaku will start and play 60, 70 minutes and they'll bring Origi in at the end again or not. But, you know, whether Romelu plays or not, you still have a handful of guys to deal with.
And then, so now that you've been back in Belgium for a couple weeks in preseason with Anderlecht, what has the Belgian media been saying about this performances? Is there pressure been put on the team? What has that been like?
I think they have high hopes for Belgium, but they've also been a bit disappointed in the style that they've played and the manner that they've played in their first few games. You know, Belgium hasn't played great, but their defense has been tremendously strong, and they've made the difference late in games. I think in every one of their games they've scored the winning goal in the 70th minute or later. So, you know, Belgium's getting the job done, but I don't think the media is too happy with the style that they're playing. But I think Mark Wilmots, the coach, said it best. It's not about how you play in the World Cup. It's a do-or-die thing, and winning is the only thing that matters, and they've done that. So I think they have a good mentality as a team.
Sacha, before we let you go, I just want to hear your thoughts on what you've seen from the U.S. team so far. Obviously, escaping the group of death. What have you thought about the performances you've seen, and were you surprised to see them get out of the group?
I wasn't surprised. I'm extremely proud of the way they've played. I think they've done really well. A lot of people around the world underestimated them, that's for sure. I think even the Belgians, they were surprised that we made it out of the group of death. But I think we've got a great mentality and a great style of what we're trying to do. look, we have that American spirit, and we've defended really well. We've been organized. We've ran like crazy in the midfield and created some chances and scored. So I'm happy with the way things are going, and obviously I think everybody's going to give 110% against Belgium.
All right, buddy. Well, do you want to give us a prediction?
No, I do not. I just want to sit back, relax, and watch the game.
All right.
They put a lot of pressure on me here to give predictions, but I feel the same as you. I just want to enjoy the game. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it on Tuesday night.
All right, Sacha, thanks a lot for joining us, and good luck to you throughout the rest of the season. Thanks, man.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy.
And thanks to everyone for joining us here on Brazil Bound, presented by Castrol GTX High Mileage.